Some of my most recent projects include Angry Boys, a telemovie called Hawk, a TV series called Outland, and I'm currently working on a feature film called John Doe. Recently on Angry Boys, we went out to a place called Larundel and had a look at that as a potential site for the boys' prison. And it had been used before on a production that I did a number of years ago called Saved, but we looked at it in a different light, and we were able to use this place because it was in fact a prison at one stage. It was a prison for the criminally insane, and it was still intact. So when we got there, we decided we needed to embellish the environment and reintroduce those elements that demonstrate the secure nature of the place. Lots of razor wire on top of brick walls and mesh and grills over windows and things like that. So it kind of helped sell the idea that it was a high security prison for young boys. As a production designer, when we go into a film location, we treat it very differently to the way we would treat a set. And we would approach a location with pretty strict parameters, guided by mostly the script and the geography of the direction given by the director in the script. So it's really important to make sure that within the location, the geography, the terrain, the features are sympathetic to that character. An example from a show called Summer Heights High would be the high school, Brighton Secondary College, in which we filmed, I think, 99% of the series. And although it was one location, we did have a lot of small locations within that. So we had lots of classrooms and a gymnasium hall in which we did a concert, several offices of different teachers and staff as well. And it was really important that the school be considered, and as it was an active school, there were students in classes at the time, we needed to be sympathetic to their timetable as well. And we wanted to involve the students as much as possible. So we ended up getting some of them to do some of the banners and things that we used within the concert and within a party scene that we did. But also we would use them out in the playground as well, as walk-bys or just background kind of participants. Some of the challenges that go with filming on a location like that include a real sensitivity towards the people that use that location. Occasionally there'll be a gig where you can actually relocate the people that inhabit that environment, whereas in this situation we had to work around the students and the teachers. They were most hospitable, and there were occasions where we would need to have silence on set, and so we'd have to work in spaces where there weren't students. It was virtually impossible to keep a school quiet, so we'd take a certain part of the school and control access to that. Whilst it was helpful to us, at the same time it's probably a bit of an inconvenience to the teachers and the students in the school. Within the school itself there were features that we felt we had to embellish, and we painted them accordingly. We tried to introduce a bit of colour into the school because it was so sort of olive, and Carrie Kennedy, the production designer, also thought that it would be good to use some of the existing features, and one of those was a mural that some students had painted a number of years ago, and we were able to use that to great comic effect, if you like, at one point in the story.